What I learned yesterday that I didn't know or didn't realize is that Google doesn't exactly look at all its information. It's like that article on Martin Luther King Jr. It was on the very first page and there was a lot of rankings to it, but yet they had really repulsing things on there and really rude things to say. And to come find out, that was by a hate crime. And I was really shocked that Google didn't catch that real fast. And that I am really dependent on the internet. And I even tell my mom to go straight to Google instead of using normal stuff. So I think I'm going to start watching out for that.
Yesterday morning, I came in with my students so that they could receive an orientation to the library, learn about the relevancy of the library to our class, CP Composition and Research, as well as conduct the scavenger hunt. What I learned caused my eyes to get even bigger than normal. I learned that Google, which is one of the most popular search engines, is a reliable search engine. However, you have to be particular about where information comes from. For example, often what we want to do is click on the link that's at the top of the page, because that's the link that's at the top of the page rather than the link on page 250,000. So we click on the first link thinking that because it's listed first, somehow this means that it's most reliable, it's most authentic, most whatever. And I learned yesterday that that's not necessarily the case. I learned, and I'm not a math person, but I learned that the computer people use something called an algorithm to decide what links go where. So the links that you see at the very top often are links that get there because, one, there may be in the URL you have that particular subject or title in the URL, and there are some other ways that that particular item gets to the top of the list. The bottom line is, and the reason that we're here today and the reason we came in yesterday, was that young people need to know how to be more critical about the sources that they use when they're writing papers, when they're simply reading information. Everything that you read is not necessarily true. So it's so important, young people, to take your time, look at the sources. I was taught that when you see a site that ends in .edu, that site is likely to be somewhat pretty reliable. Others, though, you need to do a little bit of digging. That's why the library and these wonderful media specialists are here. They're here so that we can learn together, because technology is changing all the time. So let's take advantage of the technology, but let's also realize that we have to use our brains. Computers do not have brains. They're programmed. We have to use our brains so that we can make the best choices and the best decisions about what information we